So we've got a bunch of stuff happening in this area here. I would consider jumping in and shorting it. In fact, that would probably be my play. I think this would be a great shorting. You have to always be aware of this. I would consider a trade in this area. This would be great to jump in for a quick scalping trade. Okay, so let's look at Rivian Automotive. This thing has been taking a beating. So which direction is this sucker going? If anything, unless you have inside news on this company, I'm thinking I want to short this thing to oblivion because of where it's gone. But if you do believe that there's more to the story, then let's zoom in, because there might very well be more to the story there. So this is the 1 day. I was in the 1 week chart. And if I open it up a little bit more, then we can see if there's a play here. Any idea when their earnings came out or what's been going on?
They got their quarterly reports coming out on May 6th or 7th.
Okay.
It's been shooting up the past week.
Okay. And do you have any information on it? The reason why you like it?
Well, it's a new EV. It's an EV company, but they got a new Model R3 that's coming out. That's going to compete with the Tesla. It's basically a product that's going to come at a $50,000 price point. So it's going to be like an affordable EV that's going to compete with the Tesla Model Y essentially. And they just got government funding to build a new production plant out in Georgia. It'll be their second one. So.
Okay, gotcha. As you can see here, it went to the 76% Fibonacci line right here. So it came down, came up, came down, and went right back up and hit that 76% Fibonacci line, passed it a little bit and came down a tiny bit. In fact, let me zoom in to the 1 minute, or let's go to the 5 minute chart. I want to see what's going on there. So on the 5 minute chart, we can see it went up to that 70, came down and just been ranging here this afternoon. So this was today that it actually shot up in that area there. So could it come back to this area and turn around? In fact, that would probably be my play on this, unless you have other ideas. But for me, I would much rather take a sell off the 76% Fibonacci line and just scalp it. So do an option on it and scalp it. So if it does come back up to maybe this 61 or this 76, I would consider jumping in and shorting it and maybe have a stop loss above $13.80. So if it goes above $13.80, get out. But I think this would be a great shorting. Now, if you're a bull and you decide, no, I want to go up, then wait for it to come down. And what you could do there is you could look for an area of confluence. And let's see if we can find any here. So if it does come down, where would we jump in? So we have this Fibonacci from here to there. We'll take another one. We'll anchor it from here to there and see if we get lucky with any areas of confluence. Let me make this thin and we'll change the color. So this red one, can you guys see the red?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we have this 23 here. We have this white Fibonacci line as well. So we've got a bunch of stuff happening in this area here. So we have the 61% Fibonacci line. So the possibility of it retracing in this general area here is high. Okay, so I would consider a trade in this area at around $13.10.
Sorry, at that?
Pardon me?
A buy at that point, Amr? Sorry.
Yeah. If you're a bull, right? If you're a bull, that's what I would consider. I'm not convinced either way yet on this one.
Yeah.
Right? But that's just me. But yeah, if you're a bull, that's, something to consider. If we put a trend line there and it comes to that area, that would make a lot of sense. And so we're looking at tomorrow morning for this to possibly come to fruition. So, and I'm basing that just looking at the bottom. If you look at the time at the bottom there, right? So I do like the morning action. And so this would be great to jump in for a quick scalping trade. But other than that, I don't particularly love this, Mickey, but if this is something that you're following and you understand the nuance of it, then whether you're a bull or a bear on it. So I'm assuming you're more of a bull on this, correct?
I am a bit of a more of a bull, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, let me look look at this as well. I'm going to put a Fibonacci right here. I want to see if we get anything else there. I'm going to make this white. And yeah, we got a 38 in that area as well.
Right.
So there's lots happening there in that area. Now, as always, not to say it couldn't come down all the way or, it could just keep going up, right? So we have to always be aware of this. But Rivian Automotive is in a place for me right now where I'm just not sure. So if you're watching it, well, keep an eye on that trend line and keep an eye on those 3 Fibonacci's. And then if it makes sense, take the trade.